Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music.
Hi guys, I'm Jamaica Shanae and thank you for joining me today. So this video is going to be about red lips, and I know that y'all gonna be out there when Valentine's will read on y'all lips in a couple of weeks. This is also good if you find this video during the holiday season or a special event, or if you just want to pop out and wear your red lipstick like I am today. So I'm just going to give you some quick tips and tricks to help you rock your red lipstick and look your best. So the first tip that I have is to remove all facial hair. So yes, it's not an embarrassing thing if you have facial hair. Me personally, I do have facial hair, so I make sure that I go ahead and remove all of that off my face, especially when you're wearing a bolder color. And then if you're a black girl, if you're white, if you're Latin, Asian, whatever you are, I think that this tip is worldwide, honey. Go ahead and remove that facial hair because the red will make that thing pop all the way out. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and remove that. One of the things that I do is that you can go to, whatever you do, if you get down to your nail shop, your beauty shop, whatever. But for me personally, when I want to wear red lipsticks, I always like spray them on, like I don't even know. So make sure that I keep me some type of hair removal on deck, and the one I use is Sally Hansen's, the cream hair removal. This one I actually got at Ulta, but you can find it anywhere. Second tip that I have is to exfoliate your lips. So by exfoliate, what I mean is that you want to get all that dead skin off your lips so they won't be peeling, and especially if you're going to be wearing a matte red, you want to make sure that when you apply your lipstick, it won't be look all caked on and get super dry as soon as you apply it. Of course it's going to be dry because it's a matte, and throughout the day it's going to get drier. But when you first put it on, like the beginning of your day, you don't want to be the Sahara Desert on your lips, girl. So go ahead and make sure that you exfoliate your lips, and you can do that like I'm doing by using my toothbrush when you brush your teeth in the morning. You can use your washcloth. You can use like a sugar scrub. There are so many different methods to exfoliate your lips. You can go to YouTube some, Google some, whatever you want to do. Just make sure that you exfoliate your lips. My third tip is to moisturize your lips. So after you exfoliate, you definitely want to moisturize because your lips are going to be dry from the abrasion of scrubbing your lips or whatever you did to them. So you should go ahead and moisturize, especially if you're going to do like when you brush your teeth and then you get in the shower. You don't want to have a spell of dryness. So make sure that you go ahead and use your lip balm or whatever you're going to be using to put moisture in your lips. If you're doing it before you do your lipstick like I'm doing, you can go ahead and use a lip primer, and the one that I'm using in this particular video, just because it was close to me, it's handy, is the MAC Pep and Prime one. ColourPop has one for like $5 that I also have. I just lost this. I don't know what it is. If you can't afford that, girl, then get you some good old chapstick or put it on your lips and call it a day. But for me, because I just went right into applying my lipstick, I just went ahead and used this Prep and Prime. The thing that I recommend you doing is finding you a lip pencil. So for me, I treat reds like I treat a nude or a pink. So for me, because nudes and pinks are very harsh on my skin complexion, being a brown girl, I do have to find a good lip pencil. So if it's pink, finding a good purple, or finding the right shade of brown. I don't want it too dark, I don't want it too light. And then for nudes especially, I definitely have to have me a brown pencil to make sure that it's not looking harsh against my skin complexion. So I can't stand it. You definitely want to go ahead and get you a lip pencil so that it won't be a harsh contrast between your skin and the color. And so the one that I use is actually a darker lip pencil. And the color, I'm gonna swatch it for you so that way you can see the color, what it's looking like. So when I say darker, I mean it is darker. So this is what the color is looking like. That's the color that I use. So the lip pencil that I use is actually a very plumish burgundy lip pencil that I use to make sure that my red is looking A1, okay? The next one is, get your lip pencil and everything. So you want to go ahead and just apply your lipstick and then just play with it. So as you can see, I keep having to go back and forth with the lip pencil, my lipstick, and just working it in, that my lipstick has to make sure that it's giving the, you know, the right popping, the right amount of slayage that I need. So make sure that you know, just work with it. Don't give up. Don't just stop and like, oh, I did it. No. You gotta work with that thing, girl. Work with it to make sure that it's giving you everything that you need and more. Make sure that it's giving you something that you can feel. Make sure that it's giving you everything that you need and more. Make sure that your next door neighbor can feel it, honey. Your co-workers can feel it. People at your church can feel it. Make sure that your schoolmates can feel it. Make sure that your ex-boo can feel it. And your ex-boo girlfriend can feel it. You feel me? Make sure they all can feel that thing. Because if they can feel it, you can feel it, they can feel it. Hashtag killing the game. Hashtag annihilate. Hashtag who that, hashtag who is she, hashtag I'm that girl. The 6 that I have is color correct and clean up. So for me, outside of having facial hair, I already have discoloration, hyperpigmentation around my mouth, so it's darker. So instead of like people, they make sure to use a concealer to outline it, to clean it up. Me personally, I don't like that halo-ish look. I can always peep it and tell. So what I do instead is, because I have to color correct, and I do want to also clean up. So what I do is I take my color corrector and my concealer together, just to go ahead and put it around the whole area, so that it won't be just like one, you know, you can tell that line. If I do the whole area and blend it in really well, it will look more seamless, more flawless, and it's undetectable. So color correcting to make sure that there isn't any harshness against the discoloration, and then also the concealer to clean up is the perfect balance of both. Especially if you have hair in that area and you have like a 5 o'clock shadow, it might be beneficial to you to go ahead and do the color correcting and the concealer. My tip number 7 is to kill the game. So I want you to have so much confidence and go out and strut and slay and kill the game. And just be confident. Kill the game when you got your red lipstick on. Like, you have no choice. Like, your lips are already fanning out. They're already popping. Make sure that you kill the game. Let your attitude and confidence match what you're serving. So before I totally end the video, I want to give you some additional tips that could definitely help you in rocking your red lips. So my first additional tip is that you might want to mute out your lips. So naturally, my lips are very, very dark. They're very pigmented, very, very dark. And so oftentimes my top lip, the color looks darker than my bottom lip. But me personally, I don't care. But if you don't feel confident, or you feel like you may struggle in that area, you might want to just use a concealer or a foundation, just lightly mute them out to have like a even tone on your lips, and then you can go ahead with your red lipstick. My second additional tip is to make sure that you get the lipstick off of your teeth before you leave the house. Do not go out and embarrass me with lipstick on your teeth, girl. No. So once you apply it and you feel like that you are comfortable with how it's looking and you're good with it, just go ahead and take your finger and all you will see on your finger, I can see it to my mind, the red that came off. And that's what will end up big on your teeth. So you definitely want to make sure that you get that off, girl. We're not doing that one. Yeah. So my next additional tip is you might want to consider using a red pencil up under your lipstick. So before you apply your lipstick, just take a red pencil and just fill your lips in, color them in, and that will allow your lipstick to last longer. My last tip is to find a red that is complementary to your skin tone. If you have a yellow or a golden undertone, you might want to find a red that is complementing to that. And if you have a red undertone such as I, then all reds are definitely not going to work for you. So with that being said, make sure you treat the red like you do a pink or a nude and find your right shade. Now I'm going to kind of show you some colors that I have. I'm also going to list them down below so that you guys can try to see the names and come back to them percent if you decide to go out and find you some red lips. So some reds that I have, let's start with like a more affordable drugstore. The rest that I have, this one is Bloody Mary, and this particular one does not fits my skin tone, but I bought it while I was trying to find a red. This is by NYX, so if you're a dark red undertone, you should definitely try it. I'm not one to say what skin tone will be good with this, but it's more of a pinky red. Very, very pinky type of red, in my opinion. As you can see, the pink that's in it. It's a pinky red. It is red though. So it's called Bloody Mary. The next one that I have that is drugstore is by Milani Cosmetics, and it is called 68 Matte Iconic. So Iconic is the name. And this is what that is looking like. This that one. So it's nice. It works well for me. It could work a little bit better, but for the most part it works very, very well. I have a bunch of ColourPop ones. I cannot find them all. So the one that I picked out specifically for this video is called Avenue. It's called Avenue, and it's a liquid lipstick. I'm going to swatch it in front of the Bloody Mary. It's a deeper red, but nevertheless it's a red that will work for you. It's a red that can definitely work. So I like it. So yeah, that's that red. If you can see, it's deeper. So this again is the ColourPop one. This Avenue. This is NYX, Bloody Mary, and then Milani Cosmetics Iconic. My next two are gonna be more of the higher end, the famous Ruby Woo. Let me swatch that one. I'm gonna swatch that one next to the Matte Iconic, so you guys can kind of get a vibe for what it's looking like. So this is the matte one here. This is Ruby Woo. It's matte, very dry. So as you can see, that these two are not do not, you know, the variations of the colors are not that different. So that's what I have on now. I think it works good for all skin complexions, all undertones. It works really well. If it works for me, then I'm pretty sure for everybody, because it's so hard to find something that really works for me. If you are not a MAC girl like myself, I'm not a MAC girl at all. They're higher end. It's not really like higher end like a YSL or Marc Jacobs type of thing, but it's more expensive than MAC. This is Too Faced Cosmetics is what it looks like, and I bought this like range. Then this is another alternative, and this is a Rebel Heart. But again, the variations in these are not far from each other, and that's why they work well for me. So they probably will work well for the majority of you guys. So I hope that you guys really do enjoy this video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.